Chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah. What is your message to Republicans who are prepared to block the January 6th commission?
We're in a war of good versus evil. And the evil side is very, very comfortable demonizing the other side, what I call the good side. And I'm sorry if I have to take a side on this. If I have to choose between MAGA Republicans and the other side that Joe Biden is leading, I have no choice but to choose MAGA Republicans. I'm sorry. This whole little chart, oh, they're all racist. I'm not buying that. Joe Biden, if the standard of being racist is what MAGA Republicans are, supposedly are, Joe Biden exceeds those standards by leaps and bounds, but no one calls him racist because he's a Democrat. No one wants to point out the wickedness of Joe Biden. This man, that thing last night, there's a picture of Joe Biden angry and pumping his fists in this red background. This whole thing last night looked satanic.
Big of the devil, and it shall appear.
Before we get into this video, make sure you hit like, share my videos, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, make sure that your notifications are on and they're set to all. Now, let's get into this. But first, quick commercial break. Fact for you. Florida is reigniting a debate after it just rolled out Don't Tread on Me license plate earlier this month. Drivers in the Sunshine State can now order Don't Tread on Me license plates complete with the yellow and black image of the Gadsden flag from the Revolutionary War. This is a proud moment for patriots across the country. But what about us and the rest of the other 49 states? So listen closely. I'm going to reveal a new way to showcase Don't Tread on Me without a license plate. The new version of the Don't Tread on Me flag is the United We Stand Gold Challenge coin. And all you have to do is carry this United We Stand coin in your pocket, in your gear, or in your vehicle as a reminder, as a responsibility that we have as patriots to defend our country. In addition to being an honorable accessory to your everyday carry, it doubles as a gift-worthy collectible that will last for generations. Thousands of satisfied Americans proudly carry their United We Stand coin everywhere they go. So you should try, review, and inspect the United We Stand coin with your own hands, risk-free for 60 days, simply by going to www.unitedwestandcoin.com or simply clicking on the link down below. And it's free, and all you have to do is just cover shipping. Now, this is time sensitive, so you gotta hurry. After entering details, you'll receive your United We Stand coin at your doorstep in a few short days. Now, let's get to this video.
This is a guy who said he was going to bring America together. He was going to be this unifying force. You think last night is what unity sounds like? You think that picture there we can unify under?
Now, let's get straight down to business. Joe Biden and the Democrats think they are on a real winner with this whole thing where they declare, in the manner of Joseph Stalin, that anyone to their right is a fascist. But I tell you what, after watching the president's bizarre speech in Pennsylvania Friday, I think old Joe better look in the mirror. I mean, how can someone give a speech all lit up in red and black, flanked by U.S. Marines, where they look like the bad guy in a Netflix mashup of House of Cards and adult diaper commercial, and say the other side are the extremists? This speech was demagogic, ugly, and calculated to foment dissent within America and push a fraying society closer to open conflict. I mean, right there on national TV, Joe Biden demonized tens of millions of Americans as being the forces of darkness, the enemy of the state, and beyond the pale. Is this really the guy who was supposed to bring Americans together in 2020? I don't think so. Here's a taste.
Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Well, there's a lot that's not normal about Joe Biden, that's for sure. But yes, he did say basically millions of his fellow Americans are the enemy, with a blood red backdrop and again, flanked by those U.S. Marines dragged into this political stunt. A stunt-like bit of imagery that even someone on CNN said was too political. Yes, Mr. President, these are perfectly normal areas that you're in. There was more.
Now, America must choose to move forward or to move backwards, to build a future or obsess about the past, to be a nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness. MAGA Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies.
Not in the light of truth, but the shadow of lies. I mean, this is dark stuff. This is Manichaean politics of the worst sort. And in Joe Biden's increasingly Swiss cheese-like frontal cortex, he sees the whole problem in America as MAGA Republicans fomenting division, while he and the Democrats choose the sunny side of the street. Do go on, Mr. President.
But as I stand here tonight, equality and democracy are under assault. We do ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. So tonight, I've come to this place where it all began to speak as plainly as I can to the nation.
Yes, again, at the birthplace of America, Independence Hall, Joe Biden tried to bring the nation together by accusing millions of his fellow countrymen of being violent traitors.
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Thank you. Hello, Las Vegas. Senator Rose, Representative Titus, and my good friend, Brian. We're stoked to be here, doing all you've done in this challenging time. Look, one, you're just trying to do right. He got to swear at his dad. Yesterday I was with Kamala Harris in Arizona after her outstanding debate performance. Remember Cindy McCain, John McCain's wife, just won a fair shot. He lost his job up in Scranton when I was in grade school. My dad would say, we had to move in with my grandparents. He worked hard, who understands what we're going through. That's President Trump. How can we trust him to protect this country? We lose anywhere from 700 to 1,000 people, seniors over 60 years of age. And they still haven't come back. And the vast majority were women. V-shaped recession. We're still down. Just in the pandemic. The members of Congress first. The members of Congress did nothing to move the legislation. If this wasn't so serious, you think I'm making it up? Not a joke. What they focused on is more tax cuts for the wealthy. By 2023, take away federal protections. Take away Medicare benefits for seniors. Increase their drug protection, their drug prescription costs. Call a high-level meeting with Democrats hiding in the bunker in the White House. Or on the bunker of the golf course. Child school was shut down. $800 billion. I'm not making this up. We can turn this crisis into progress. Folks, we're so much better than this. We make up 4%. You just follow the science. Biden's going to spend all this money. $1 trillion more than $400,000. I'm going to ask the big corporations and the wealthy to start paying their fair share. Penny in taxes. It's wrong. Donald Trump. Come on. The kinds of investment that will stimulate the economy. We, the president of the White House, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. What's going on here? I mean it. It's going to go to no outfit. That bill to climate resistant heat waves, droughts, hurricanes, and floods. By the way, what he said, Alejandro? A $15 million, $15,000 minimum wage. I'm dreaming here. 50%. The reason I'm not going into more detail is preschool, not daycare. Spend more than 7% of their income, child care workers. We're offering more often women. We're going to make 4 years. We're going to protect Social Security and increase benefits for millions of seniors. Look, I'm not going to lay it out, but go. I know the middle class working people. It's going to be okay. Those tires are bald. I'm going to work as hard. I made a speech I worked really, really hard on and thought really hard about before I made it. In Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, in the battlefield last week. We cannot be here and now in 2020. And I mean this in the bottom of my heart. We have it in our hands. Let's stand up and vote and take back this country now. Thank you.
Toward the midterm elections, barely more than 60 days away, we're more divided than ever. The economy is shaky at best, and our standing on the world stage feels compromised.
Now is not the time for fear. That comes later.
But what are voters most worried about?
The southern border.
Education, that's a big thing right now.
Prices on gas, prices on food, exports, imports.
Equal opportunity housing and affordable rent. All the crime, the drugs coming into the country. And that's a major issue, and the current administration's just blowing over it.
I used to be a Democrat all my life. Now I had changed over to be a Republican.
The emphasis that everybody has on we should all be happy and we should all get what we want is crazy.
Your plan is proceeding as expected. Your money and infrastructure have been important till now.
I don't consider any Donald Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
These images, I'm not watching what Biden's speech. I didn't even know he had a speech. But all these images come out. And my God, the man looks like Nazi Germany with a dash of Cold War Soviet Union, with a dash of Dwight Schrute, with a dash of Hunger Games. Just like the biggest dictator looking set ever. If you can't look at the photos and the imagery that came out from Biden last night, and without a doubt, it was the worst staging in the history of American politics. This man, our president, looked like a Hitler. I'm not saying he's Hitler. I didn't really even listen to a lot of the speech. He looked like fucking a caricature. He looked like Hitler. If you're a Democrat and you can't admit how awful and how bad and how big of a misstep that was and almost laugh at it, then you're a demented brain. That's all I want to say.
I'm necessary evil. I learned here that there can be no true despair without hope. So, I will feed its people hope to poison their souls. I will let them believe that they can survive so that you can watch them clambering over each other.
We are still an America that believes in honesty and decency and respect for others. Patriotism, liberty, justice for all, hope, possibilities. We are still, at our core, a democracy.
Unelected deep state operatives who defy the voters to push their own secret agendas are truly a threat to democracy itself.
To stay in the sun. You can watch me torture an entire city. Take control. Take control of your city. This is the instrument of your liberation. Now we come here not as conquerors, but as liberators to return control of this city to the people. And at the first sign of interference from the outside world, or from those people attempting to flee, and now martial law is in effect. Return to your homes, hold your families close, and wait. Tomorrow you claim what is rightfully yours. Behind you stands a symbol of oppression.
Donald Trump, President Trump,
who has been held up to you as the shining example of justice. You have been supplied with a false idol to stop you tearing down this corrupt city. Let me tell you the truth about
Trump, Donald Trump.
The oppressors of generations who have kept you down with myths of opportunity, and we give it back to you, the people. None shall interfere. Do as you please. But start by storming Blackgate and freeing the oppressed.
We're all called by duty and conscience to confront extremists who put their own pursuit of power above all else. Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans. We must be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving American democracy than MAGA Republicans are to destroying American democracy. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism.
Who are you going to vote for today?
More than likely Trump again.
Why?
I don't know. He's hitting on a lot of measures that I'm kind of like concerned about.
MAGA Republicans
like what?
Represent an extremism.
Well, the black community, I am concerned about us. Being able to get employment, education for black people is very serious and critical here in Los Angeles. Issues would be illegal immigration. And I believe that that's really a big problem here in Los Angeles.
MAGA Republicans represent an extremism.
Especially for, working class people who are trying to survive and live here. We've been maintaining and trying to survive here, and then we can't get jobs. Not saying that I don't want people to be able to come here to this country and be able to, get a new life, but what about the people that are here?
MAGA Republicans represent an extremism.
You're looking at two evils, if you want to put it that way. So which one do we choose? We choose what is in our best interest. We are allowing our hatred for President Trump to overwhelm our better interests.
MAGA Republicans representing extremism.
Who voted for Donald Trump in 2016? Raise your hand. 2. Gotcha. And what about you?
Yeah, I am. All this far left talk is kind of scaring me when it comes to the border.
So let's just address the elephant in the room. You're like a young black dude with tattoos and stuff. Why do you support Donald Trump given some of his racially inflammatory rhetoric?
Yeah, well, I think so. Look, I mean, I was raised in a conservative family, and I'm in business. I'm a business consultant, and business is great. I don't want to lose that.
MAGA Republicans representing extremism.
Black lives have never, ever, ever mattered to the Democrat Party. Black votes always have.
MAGA Republicans representing extremism.
Democrat Party, they want us to permanently be in a state of fear. Racism, white racist Republicans.
They just put a black person in the White House for 8 years. Didn't do anything for us.
MAGA Republicans representing extremism.
The Democrats are very nervous. They do nothing for you, and that was supposed to be automatic. Not anymore.
I'm curious, is this really about the politics? How do we know this is real?
It's legit. MAGA Republicans representing extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
God bless you. God bless America. Don't forget to hit that like button, share my videos, find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. And please check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, please click on the link below this video. Put Kevin in a promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. If you'd like to donate to Kevin's Corner, feel free. The links are below this video. If you want to be a part of my $2 a month club, also feel free to do that. All it entails is you simply dropping $2 a month into one of those links below the video. Or if you want, you can drop a nice big fat lump sum in there to offset the stuff that we know goes on with Big Tech. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure that you are still subscribed. And finally, set your notification button to all, because YouTube is playing games, y'all. Now, God bless you. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.